Social media is the biggest platform for companies to use in order to promote themselves to the public, but it's important that they do so correctly in order to maintain good publicity, gain clients, and to ensure their clients maintain their loyalty. Now, the company that we will be taking a look at while following these tips are going to be from the most successful company, Nike. Companies can enhance their brand by utilizing social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Starting with Facebook, in order to promote campaigns, businesses, and products successfully through Facebook, you need to keep in mind five basic tips, which include using video to start your marketing, using paid advertising, eye catching visuals, connecting with influencers, and finally, using the chat box within Facebook Messenger. Video is creating an opportunity for companies to engage with viewers, and including a paid advertisement also allows easy access while also allowing companies to target their specific audiences. Eye-catching visuals is what is going to grab your viewers' attention. When companies connect with influencers, it's an opportunity for them to use their platform to use and introduce your company or products in a positive light to their viewers, which could then gain you additional clients. Finally, chatbots is a great way for companies to have a personal connection with clients by providing a communications outlet with their customers by responding to questions and even making suggestions. What you just took a look at is how Nike utilizes some of the tips such as video and advertisement, eye-catching visuals, and influencers to promote their products. Finally, Instagram. It's important that when companies are using Instagram that they include converting the Instagram account to a business account using a hashtag strategy, focus on your customer, using creativity, hosting giveaways, and contests. Sometimes a business account doesn't apply to everybody, but the business account on Instagram allows businesses to use features such as providing a contact button for clients to use, analytics to be for monitoring interactions with the account, and finally, access to ads that help with promoting. Just like Twitter, hashtags are just as important when using them for Instagram. Customers are your target audiences, and to ensure their loyalty to the company, it's important to maintain the focus on them, which means reposting their photos that are in relation to you. Creativity then means to you want to interact by using a variety of posts such as photos, videos, and provide the best quality. Jakubovic also recommends posting behind the scenes, which makes them feel more comfortable when your company by having a better understanding of what is it you are doing. Finally, the contests and giveaways are the best interaction with your followers. Everyone loves an opportunity for free items. With free items, it gives potential clients a glimpse of what you have to offer and will get attention. Jacobovic's tips for contests and giveaways include offering something valuable that others want. Don't go cheap. Make sure you have a strong following first and simplify the process for entering the contest. Social media is essential when operating our lives, and when utilizing it with these tips, you are creating a great foundation to continue growing. You're able to create awareness, increase customers, and grow sales.
Let's talk about Twitter. Twitter is another social media platform in which companies can directly interact with their customers. This is not only just for their customers, of course, this is also for just a consumerism app that is widely known and used for people of all ages. When it comes to Twitter as opposed to Yelp, however, it is more so used as a way of provoking customers to express their own opinions and, of course, their ideas for the companies. Yelp is more so used as a platform that can tell other customers about their experience with the specific company, and of course, Twitter is used for that and so much more. When Twitter was launched, they stood by their mission statement that states, "The mission we serve as Twitter Inc. is to give everyone the power to create and share ideas and information instantly without barriers. Our business and revenue will always follow with that mission in ways that improve and do not detract from a free and global conversation." This is something that Twitter has been able to stand by since the year that they were launched. Which in this generation we have something that is called social media clapbacks. What are they? Well, what do you think happens when a person calls out a specific company or person or even a celebrity? Well, in the world of Twitter, nothing goes without a response. A clapback means a pointed comeback that means to put someone in their place. For example, a consumer and Wendy's. This post seems to have been triggered by the fact that IHOP released their burger line and named themselves IHOB instead. In this post, it is initiated by Tony X at Selucity, posting, "So, at Wendy's, you just gonna let at IHOB sell burgers on your block? Thought you were the OG." Wendy's clapback to this post says, "Not really afraid of the burgers from a place that declared pancakes were too hard." Honestly, I don't think this post needs much explaining, but that clapback from Wendy's, no wonder they're known as the reigning clapback champion. It is true that the use of clapbacks have become a sort of trend on social media. This is definitely true, especially with a president like ours. With Twitter as basically the king of freedom of speech, almost every single company in the world has created a Twitter account. It's kind of hard for a company to not have a Twitter account these days, during these times especially, because without it, I don't think companies could interact with their consumers as much as they can with the use of Twitter. Given that we are in COVID-19 time frame, it is extremely hard for companies to interact with their customers, especially with the fact that we have to be 6 feet away from each other. The connection has become disconnected basically, and it has become the new norm. So you can tell that Twitter is totally on a whole new level of social media. It is so interesting to see that it has become more than just a social media platform by itself. What it looks like is that companies that use Twitter in order to engage with users on the platform sort of humanizes the company. It shows that they care, and it develops relationships with customers, which would therefore increase exposure and ultimately make them more money, of course. In the end, we take a look at these things because the way something is representative definitely reflects on how the business looks. It doesn't matter what the problem was. What matters is how the company dealt with that issue and what they did to make it better. Representation is everything, and companies utilize social media to maintain theirs.
Hello there. Now I'm going to talk about business reviews online through different platforms. Whether a customer is reviewing a business, restaurant, service, or etc., it's always important for business owners to establish a professional manner when responding to customer reviews, both positive and negative ones, because customer reviews and owner responses can either make or break your reputation and how you establish yourself as a customer service worker. So, as far as customer reviews on different platforms, the most obvious place we go to when we want to read reviews on a certain business is Yelp. But there are certainly more platforms we can look at. Other places where businesses responds to customers can be found on Twitter or Instagram. So let's take a look at some examples of that. So first off is an example on Twitter of a very popular restaurant, Cheesecake Factory. The first picture shows a customer complaining about the restaurant. Now it's very vague as to what the customer is complaining about, but you can see the business account replying back. Now that's probably not the actual owner itself, but maybe their social media marketing manager. And that person knows to keep a professional manner when responding back to customers, because they know their followers, all 361,000 of them, will see that reply. Now let's take a look at one with a positive review from the same account. Obviously this one is easier to respond to because the customer says something good about their business. As you can see in both positive and negative reviews, the person running the account knows to keep a professional manner. So that was on Twitter. Now let's take a look at some reviews from Yelp. As I said earlier, Yelp is the more popular platform for business reviews and customer compliments and complaints. So this example from Yelp, we see this customer talk bad about a business, and unsurprisingly, they give them 1 star. But then the business owner responds back with the usual "sorry about your experience" line, but goes more into detail and offers more help to see what they can do to fix the problem. After that, we see the customer update her review, talking about how the business owner apologized and ended up giving 4 stars on the business. So, as you can see, a little apology or response from the owner about a customer's review can go a long way with his or her business. Not saying everyone needs to respond to all customer reviews, but it can definitely help with your customer service interactions, and your consumers have a better understanding of you if you really put the customers first.
Here's how businesses can enhance their presence and manage their reputation, starting with wise words from Warren Buffett.
Lose money for the firm and I will be understanding. Lose a shred of reputation for the firm and I will be ruthless.
In the video, Warren Buffett, a previous stakeholder for Salomon Industry, steps in as CEO during a famous treasury bond scandal. He believes that integrity and reputation have economic value. This is true because bad publicity can severely damage a company's reputation and plummet their profits. In order to turn the company around, Warren Buffett redefines company culture to make ethical decisions. He encouraged individuals to conduct themselves in a way where, if their family and friends read about them in the newspaper, they would be proud. Lastly, he used incentives to reward top performers with company stock. In a letter addressed to shareholders, he says, "We will judge ourselves, in fact, not only by the business we do, but also the business we decline to do." As is the case in all large organizations, there will be mistakes at Salomon and even failures, but to the best of our ability, we will acknowledge our errors quickly and correct them with equal promptness. By addressing wrongdoings and redefining company culture, Warren Buffett sets a great example of how businesses can navigate through a scandal. Although this happened in the early 90s, where the social media equivalent was the newspaper, technology has allowed companies the creative freedom to showcase their company values through various platforms. Samsung is an excellent example of how a company can execute social media campaigns to repair its damaged reputation. In 2016, Samsung rolled out the Galaxy Note 7. This phone sold record-breaking numbers, even more than the iPhone 7. The phones were blowing up, literally. What was supposed to be the most productive smartphone device at the time quickly became a nightmare. The battery was faulty, causing the phones to go up in smoke. Word spread like wildfire, and memes surfaced on social media, shattering Samsung's reputation. What did Samsung do? They recalled all of the Samsung Galaxy 7 phones, issued a public apology, and hired the best engineers to improve their product. Taking accountability and improving their product is standard procedure during a PR nightmare. What they did next is what all companies should implement in order to increase sales and build the public's trust. What you're seeing now is a legendary social media campaign fueled with purpose, which focuses on their ability to innovate with the tagline, "Do what you can't." This advertisement was everywhere, on TV, Facebook, and many other social media platforms. Samsung uses an appeal to emotion in order to subconsciously associate their brand with personal growth, success, and innovation. They encouraged people to use the hashtag #DoWhatYouCan't to showcase their own strengths. Here, an ostrich is using virtual reality and is feeling inspired as if he could defy gravity and fly. Doing what you can't excites the audience by inspiring them to live by these principles. Samsung has overcome its obstacles through its successful rebranding. Many people today know Samsung by its positive values and philosophy. Companies should emulate this process in order to create customer loyalty and maintain a good reputation. Fueling your company's brand with positive values inspires both your employees and your customers. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.